Hello my ArtPandasTique viewers, welcome back to my channel, and I have a cat. That's Fugu right there.
Fugu, say hi. You have to say hi. Hello. Hi, my name is Fugu. I'm a polytactile cat. Count my feet. Nothing. Yes. And this is Lulu behind me. And this is Coco. Just below here. Look at his big eyes.
Alright, so this video is going to be about me explaining you guys on how you're going to use the tools for the DIY bin cage that you're going to make for your hamster, if that's what you're going for. So originally, this video was supposed to be part of the all about hamster bin DIY bin cage, but I looked at the time on the video when I was editing it and it was like 48 minutes. I was like, nah, there's no way I'm gonna upload that. So I decided to just cut it off and make it into parts. So yeah, that's the story of why I have another video for this month. You're welcome. I decided to make this video of me basically explaining everything on how you're going to use the tools like the Dremel and the power drill, because I don't want you to have the same experience as I had. So I have a dad. It's just that he works in the hospital for a lot of times, especially when, you know, he's a nurse, and my mom as well. So I didn't really have someone to ask for help, especially when I have no idea on how these tools are going to work and how are you gonna use them. So I just, you know, figure it out by myself and just try my best not to be too clumsy, especially when I'm a clumsy person. So yeah, so basically I just studied on how you're gonna use the Dremel and how you're going to use the power drill. For you guys it might be easy, but for me it wasn't easy, because like I said, I have zero idea on how these tools are going to be used. In this video I'm gonna show you how you're gonna use them, but if you have another way of how you're going to use them, let me know. I like to learn new things. So grab your safety gear on and we're going to start this video. So let's say you already understood the importance of DIY bin cages and what do you need to know about it. If you have the capability of building something, then go for it, because you can actually use old furnitures to make a hamster enclosure. So in order for you to make a DIY bin cage, you have two options. You have to get all the tools that you need to make a DIY bin cage in a easier way, or you can just wing it for a couple of hours. I remember when the first time I made a DIY bin cage, oh dude, I had hard ass time, because like I didn't have the tools like the Dremel and the power drill. I literally just like, I was just a savage at that time, and I just took the knife and just like, you know what, this is sharp enough, I'm just gonna go for it. Guess how many hours it took me to cut off one side? It took me 3 hours. I took it the hard way, so definitely it's all coming back to me. Do yourself a favor, just go get the tools that you need, because the tools that you're going to need to make a DIY bin cage is a Dremel, which you can find in Walmart, and a power drill, which you can also find in Walmart, and then zip ties. So the zip ties that you need to get, you can get the smaller ones, but since I experience having a bin cage, I recommend getting the longer ones, which is the 8 inches. You need, of course, the wire mesh. So the wire mesh that I'm recommending you guys to get is from Amazon. And then scissors, I'm assuming you already have at your house, and pencil pen, and a ruler if you want. And then of course you're going to need the bin, the storage bin. Alright, so make sure to take note of the type of hamster that you have and you're getting the right size. So the tips that I want you guys to remember is that when you are going to use a Dremel, I would recommend getting the eye protector thingy that you can also get from Walmart, because it's plastic And whenever you're going to cut the bin, don't touch it because it's hot. Like seriously, pay attention to your science classes. It's hot. So yeah, I would also recommend getting the gloves just in case, because I'm clumsy. Like if you're clumsy like me, you would literally need the safety gear. So if you're in the part where you're putting in the zip ties, let me just show you so you guys know what I'm talking about. So here is my toolbox. Very professional. Okay, so this is the safety gloves that I was talking about. Zip ties, 8 inches long zip ties. This one as well, like the last thingy, like here. Ooh, here. How do you call this? Pliers. You're also going to need pliers for you to cut off the wire mesh. So for the zip tie thing, so this is a zip tie, right? So when you look at it, you're going to see like the line thingy, right? And then the other side you won't see it. Okay, so when you use the zip tie, you have to make sure that you are facing the line thingy. When you put the thing, you need to make sure that you hear the zzz, like you have to make sure that you hear that. It means that you're using it correctly. Otherwise, if you don't hear the thing when you pull it up, then you're using it wrong. Make sure that you're facing the line thingy, and then put the end of the zip tie on here, on the square thingy, the lock, and then when you pull it, you have to make sure that you hear the thing, because look, I'm putting all my force there, so that means it's secured. So let me show you the part where I don't use the line thingy. Okay, so that's the line thingy, right? So we're gonna flip it back. So now we are going to put the thing. So I'm pulling it, right? You don't hear anything, right? And look what I'm doing right now. It's not secured. So when you're at the part where you're going to cut off the excess of the zip ties, like this part, you're gonna cut this off, then it's pointless. So we're gonna cut off the excess, right? Okay, so the excess is cut off, right? Look what happens. It's not secured. So make sure that you hear the line thingy. So this is the one that is secured. So let me show you guys again. So it's secured, right? So we're going to cut off the excess. This part. We're gonna cut off the excess using the pliers or scissors. And look, it's secured. So that means you're using it right. Okay, so if you're a kid and if you're going to use a DIY bin cage, seek help with your parents or your older siblings. Don't do it yourself, please. Especially when you're going to use a tool, which is the Dremel and the power drill. You don't want to be in the movie Final Destination, trust me. Since we are already here, I want to show you guys how you're going to use the Dremel. Okay, so this is the Dremel that I have, which is this one. Then I have a backup Dremel. So this is like the accessory storage kit. What you're going to focus on is this one. So this part's like, I have it in my other case. Okay, this one. So when you have your Dremel, right? You have your Dremel, and then you're going to need this and then this. So what you're going to do is that you see the screw thingy, you're gonna unscrew it completely up until you can separate them. Okay, there. So here, so this one and then this one. So now you're going to get the screw, and then you're gonna put it here on the hole, and then you're going to put them together again. You're going to screw them together. So since it's very tiny, you can use this plier to, you know, do your thing. And you can also use this if it gets stuck, like you can't, you know, you can untwist it. Make sure it's tight when you screw it. Now the next thing that you're going to do is that you have to push this. So this one is the lock thingy. It's like a safety lock. So you have to push this while you're twisting this part. Don't twist it all the way. So you're, as long as there's a gap, then you're doing it right. And then the next part that you're going to twist is this one. Just twist it a little bit, and then get the thing and then put it here up until you can put them together. There. And then twist it back. So the top first, okay? Top first. Make sure it's tight. So if you can't twist it anymore, then that means you're secured. And then next thing that you're gonna twist is this part. Okay, and then yeah, you're good. So you can use it. Let me just plug this in so that you're able to see. So it's plugged in, alright? Remember, before you turn it on, which is this part, remember to wear this, your safety goggles, wear your gloves. What you're going to do is, when I was using this, I went to 10. But if it's your first time, make sure to test it out. So that was 10. So when you're using that, make sure that you're careful and it's away on your face and your, especially your eyes as well. So when it's time for you to store this one, make sure to remove this one because this one is actually delicate. Like it can actually break. I know because my little brother used this before and he didn't fix it. He just like put it back in the tool bag, and when I was about to use it, I saw that it was bended. So I was like, oh, it's sensitive. One more time, you have to push the thing. So you have to make sure you're pushing it, and then unscrew it, and then also unscrew the thing and take it out, screw it back while you're pressing the thing, and there. And then for this part, right, so this is the part that I was talking about. So it's really tight, so you're going to use your pliers, this one, unscrew it like that, and then put it back. You have to put it back, and then just put it back in the case. So the next thing that I'm gonna show you guys on how to use it is the power drill. This one, the power drill. Okay, so when you have this power drill, you see the buttons, right? If it's like even, so that's even, like it looks even, right? This one. So to turn it on, you're just gonna push it like that all the way, like either way. You know what I mean? But if it's like even like that, it's even, it's locked. That means it's off. So you're gonna need this. If I remember correctly, you have to hold this part, make sure it's on, and then look at the nozzle thing, make sure it's going in. So it's open, right? That's open. That's when you can put the thing. Make sure it's all open all the way. There. Okay. Now you put the thing and then push it back because it's going to reverse back. There you go. So yeah. So what you're going to hold when you're going to reverse it is this one. Don't hold this because you might get hurt. Okay, so yeah, so hold this. Be careful with this part. So what you're gonna hold is this part. So there. Okay, so that means it's secured. So yeah, you can use it now. So to put this, you know, put it back, just reverse what you just did. So click the thing, that's the reverse. It was like that, right? So it was like that. Put it back, hold this part. You have to wear your gloves, and then there you go. And then press it back, and then hold the thing up until the nozzle comes back up. So yeah, there you go. And then turn it off, which is that part. There you go. Okay, so the pliers that you're going to need is, it looks like this. I don't know what you call this one, but I'm just gonna put what it calls here, and then this one. So these are the pliers that you're gonna need. So this one you're going to need it when you're going to cut the wire, the mesh wire, and then this one you're gonna need it when you're going to unscrew the thing on the Dremel. So you guys already know how to use the tools, right? So the steps that you're going to do for the DIY bin cage is that, of course, put the DIY bin cage on the ground, and then make sure that the lid is secured, so the locks of the bin is tight. And then get your marker, put a line on your desired area on where you want to cut it. I would recommend cutting the inner part. Don't cut the upper part of the lid, because that's where you're going to put the zip ties for extra support. And then you're going to get your Dremel, and you're going to cut the line that you just did. And then once you've done the hole, then that's when you have to make sure that the one that you cut is, you have to make sure that the edges of the ones that you cut is not that pointy. So just like, I don't know, use a sandpaper to, like, you know, make it smooth at least, to avoid injuries for your hamster and for you. And then the next part that you're going to do is get your mesh wire and size it up on top of the lid, and then get your marker and then just like mark up into dots on where you're going to put the zip ties. When you measure the mesh wire, that's when you're going to use your pliers to cut off the thing. And when you cut off the mesh wire, you know the edges, when you cut that off, so let's say you already cut that off, right? So look at the edges, make sure that you cut off evenly, and make sure that you cut off the sharp part, so that whenever you're going to put the thing and connect it with the zip ties, you won't get hurt. Get the power drill, the ones that you marked for the zip ties, that for the ones that you're going to put the zip ties on, that's when you're going to use the power drill and just like drill holes into it. Okay, so when you drill holes, make sure, so let's say you're drilling the hole, right? So let's say this is the power drill. So when you were like, you drilled the thing, let's say you already got the power drill inside, right? So what you're going to do is that keep on pressing the power drill when you're going to pull it up. Otherwise, if you didn't pull it up, you're just gonna destroy the lid. Remember, it's made of plastic, so it can actually break, and you can have cracks into it. So that's what you have to remember. So let's say you're already done with making the holes. That's when you're going to get your mesh wire and your zip ties. So when you're using the zip tie, make sure that this part is on top of the lid. So let's say this is the lid. So when you put the thing, it should look like that, not like this. So remember, the thing is like this, not like this. Okay, yeah. So let's say you already secured the zip ties. That's when you're going to cut off the excess of the zip tie, which I already showed you earlier. Finally, what you're going to need to do is get your decorative masking tape or duct tape and put the tape on top of where the zip ties are, make sure that you also covered the edges of the mesh wire, so that, you know, for extra security and for protection as well from you and your hamster. And then you're basically done. Like, that's it. So yeah guys, I hope this video is very helpful for you guys. If you have more questions, just DM me on my IG account at ArtPandasTique if it's a long question, but if it's just a short question, you can put it on the comments below and I will try my best to reply. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ArtPandasTique. Don't forget to hit that bell button so that whenever I post new videos, you're able to be notified. I also own a small sticker and print shop, so you can check my shop on the link below or on my bio on my IG account. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching. Thank you for the support. Thank you for helping me make my channel grow, even though it's just like a little bit, which still means a lot to me. So yeah, thank you guys so much. See you in my next video. Bye.